Welcome to this week's Week That Was. This week I wrote an article and I didn't realise it would generate the degree of controversy, debate, noise that it's generated. So I thought I'd be remiss if I didn't share what I wrote about. First of all, let me be honest, as president of the Chartered Institute of Internal Auditors in the UK, maybe I shouldn't say what I'm about to say, but I do have some regrets that I've spent a large part of my life as an internal auditor. What's that all about? I regret the fact that I've spent most of my life as an internal auditor focused on the downside. In other words, focusing on what could go wrong and trying to help organisations prevent it from going wrong or detecting if it's gone wrong and managing the consequences. Now, whilst that's been a noble pursuit of time, I do have some regrets. So can we just have a look at what risk management is all about, or should be all about? It's certainly about understanding the downside in terms of the activities that an organisation engages in and the situations it's exposed to, without a doubt. But professional world-class risk management is all about the upside, trying to understand the potential benefits that accrue from an organisation's activities. It's then about weighing the downside versus the upside and deciding on what you do next. But ultimately, it's about an organisation achieving its purpose, which most of the time is about generating profits amongst other stuff. When we talk about risk appetite, in a world-class risk management function, risk appetite is about having an appetite for the delta between the upside versus the downside and then monitoring what's going on. So what did I suggest? Well, I suggested that perhaps we ought to consider changing words, replacing the word risk with the word opportunity. In other words, starting with the upside, not the downside. And then that led to some interesting conversations. Rather than having CROs or chief risk officers, should we have chief opportunity officers? Rather than having a risk register, should we have an opportunity register? Should we make sure that our incentive systems are geared towards prioritising opportunity, an opportunistic mindset, as opposed to a risk mindset? Instead of risk culture, we have opportunity culture. Quite profound when you think about it. And I must admit, at the age of 64, I'm wondering whether I want to spend the rest of my life focused on the downside as opposed to the upside. Your views would be highly, highly appreciated. It's been a proud week for me. It's the week when I was informed that I'm going to be participating in a major international audit conference. Watch this space, but it will be in the United States and it will be quite prominent, and it will involve a degree of theatre and culture. Anyway, enough from me. Have a good weekend. Great to interact with you.